Hey guys! I'm Melissa.
I'm Patty.
And we are El Efecto Podcast. Welcome back, guys. Episode 51.
I know, crazy. We made it over the little hump. High five. Period. We did that.
I'm like, I can barely move.
Oh yeah, you're a little constrained.
Little off the shoulder, a little constrained.
A little T-Rex moment.
But welcome back, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode. As you can tell, we're in a new room.
Yeah, we're in a different studio.
Yeah. Can you guys guess what that means?
It's because we
have a guest.
Woo! Our first guest of season 2.
Yes, and I'm so excited for this.
I literally was telling our guest on the way here, I was like, you're the first guest of season 2 because we had all these ideas since like January when we restarted.
Yeah. And then so much happened.
So much happened that we were gone for 3 months and then no pasa nada, but we're here.
We're here. So let's introduce her.
She's a Latina
queen. Soulcycle instructor.
A perreo mami.
A DJ.
Our guest is Ms. Dalia Barrios.
I love that intro. Okay, we're going to start. I'm just going to put you on podium in class now.
Oh, no, my God.
That intro.
We'll just cut it and we'll just give it to you.
Exactly. Put
Here you go.
That's your intro.
Of class
like,
every time.
I literally, she's like, you ready?
She's like, that's her walking song.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here. But first guest, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. Just don't fuck up. You're already off to a bad start. I told her the only color she should not wear is yellow because she will blend in.
It's my favorite color. Yellow and green, favorite colors.
Yeah.
At least it looks cute in that corner. Yeah.
We put her in a corner, but the vibes are there.
Perfect. Yeah. Literally, like the happy.
Yeah. We definitely.
Cute.
No,
it's meant to be because yellow is literally my favorite color. The couch is yellow.
Yeah.
Guitar is yellow. Accents are yellow. It's meant to be.
Love it. How are you feeling?
Good. I'm excited. I've been, we've been talking about this for a little while, and I love your podcast. I love how you, just get into the girl talk with each other, a little chisme here and there, and then you love to amplify and give voice to Latinas and Latinos, so let's go. I love it.
We love it, baby. Love it. I know, and like you said, like we've been talking about like having you on here for a long time.
I think when we first started taking your class.
Bitch, and honestly, this was like a goal.
Oh yeah.
And like
it was before, it was literally, we can get into it, but I know you brought us a gift.
Yeah.
Yes, I sure did.
So do you want to tell the people what you brought us?
Una tequilita.
We love that.
Listen, we gotta set the tone, baby.
Literally, Patty was like, she showed me the shot glasses. I'm like, shot glasses? You brought tequila? She's like, look. And I was like, oh my God.
Yes. If I'm coming, you better believe it. I know. Let's see. Sounds like what?
It was like a duck.
Oh, yeah.
A baby shot.
All right, baby shots. Baby shots. Dalia's baby shots.
I know. It was like,
we had them at the house.
They're little baby shots. They're little baby shots.
This is why Mely got us the Gatorade. the electrolyte one.
Right here. Electrolyte.
No, Gatorade.
Oh, yeah.
It's Gatorade.
Well, listen, es viernes y el cuerpo lo sabe, baby.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, no.
Clearly.
She said, oh, shit.
Is it my first podcast or what?
Yes. No pasa nada.
Just a little nervous, you know?
I'm coming.
Okay, let me.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. There you go.
Bring it, girl. Bring it.
Bring it.
Okay. Can I open this with one hand?
No.
I cannot.
Can't have an accident.
I tried.
Otra.
Oh, God.
I will fill that bad boy back up. It
was just a little bit.
No pasa nada.
Okay.
Cheers. Thank you for being
here. Salud. Thank you for
girls.
being here.
Love you.
Love you.
Cheers.
It's a little warm, but it's good.
This is good. I've never had a tequila.
Lalo.
Oh, I like it.
I love Lalo.
I like it.
She put me on.
Ooh.
It's good.
Who is he? He's related to who?
I believe the nephew of Don Julio.
Oh.
So.
Period. Makes sense.
Good. Yes.
Oh, I needed that because I was like,
yeah, a little.
Yeah, you know,
Ooh.
just.
I heard. You heard? A little ASMR moment.
Sorry, guys. She's been a little dehydrated today.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mel, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling way better. Last night I had like gelatina and some electrolytes. This morning I it's like I was telling Patty, I think it's because my workout was just so intense, but also I've been overworking my body. I went to like work, I had the biggest migraine, started throwing up. I left, I fell asleep, I got home, still migraine, threw up like 2 to 3 times. Woke up this morning and I was like, it's still there. But I'm feeling better. I was just like, oh, it's been a while. But even when I was at the workout, me and another girl threw up. And then we literally ran.
Oh,
and then
at the workout?
At the workout, too. And then the trainer was like, all right, go do your thing and come back and finish the session.
She said, puke and rally, baby.
It was intense, but it was a good one. But I'm feeling better. I got my nails done.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's see.
They look
cute.
so
It meant
cute.
yellow.
Dude, that's crazy.
See?
Yeah.
You know?
The vibe.
Oh, yeah.
It's a sign. That's weird.
It's a sign.
And I never do this, but I was like, oh, wait, you know?
Yeah,
summer.
so cute.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I can't wait to go see. They put me on their
We told
nail
y'all.
tech claws by Claudia,
Period.
and it's my turn in August. I can't wait.
She's on the waiting list.
On the waiting list.
She's booked and busy.
I know.
Yes. Yeah. So
She's life-changing. She truly is.
I love her. Like, immediately I was like, oh my God, finally. They were looking rough.
What were we talking about before the shot?
It's been a goal.
Yeah. No, so literally the first time I took your class, and maybe it was the second time, you were talking about something on the podium.
Uh-huh.
And then I literally like had this idea, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, okay, it's a little seed of an idea. And then when you did the team teach with Alba, and we went to Simsy's after.
Yeah.
After that, and you guys were talking, I literally was like, I texted Mely and I was like, bitch. I was like, we need to have her on the podcast. And that's just like when I first met you. Yeah. And I was like, who knows? Like, she's like, who the fuck is this bitch? Fast forward, almost a year later.
Now. Like, bish, like, who is she? Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we should kind of get into it a little bit.
Let's get into it.
Because we know who you are.
Let's go.
But our listeners, some may know who you are,
Yeah.
some may not.
So let us know.
Okay.
Dahlia?
Well.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Start from who is Dalia Barrios? Where'd you grow up? Yeah.
Oh, man.
All the things.
Family upbringing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm Dalia Barrios, everyone. I was born in Chihuahua, Mexico.
Oh.
And, yeah.
Chihuahua.
But my family is from Sonora. So we came to the States when I was about 3 years old. So I was raised in Arizona. And had a very traditional Mexican upbringing, just family all the time, everywhere. I was super close with all my cousins, and music was such a part of our, a big part of our household. Always Selena, all day, every day, and that's why she is my queen to this day, forever. She's why I love music the way that I love music, and especially Latin music. It's so special for me. And so, I have, my mom and dad are still together. They are goals.
So cute. Literally, you are your dad.
I am my dad's twin.
In a wig.
And I have 2 brothers. I'm the oldest of 4. So, I'm second mama. 2 brothers and then a baby sister. We're about 3 to 4 years in between us. So super close. Family was everything. Family was everything. Of course, traditional, Mexican household also met super strict.
Yeah. I know. How was it different for you, like, how did your parents treat you versus your brothers growing up?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it was very different, you know, and at the time it was hard for me to understand, you know. Now a little soul searching and looking back and a little distance has served a big purpose, and just accepting that, you know, it's a different time, you know. They moved from another country to raise their children. They grew up very differently, and so you know, now I'm in a place where I can accept that, and I can honor that, and I can learn from that, you know. And I respect everything that mom and dad have done to create the opportunities that we now have. But it was tough. I left Arizona when I was 19 years old.
Bitch, can you imagine?
I was wondering. That was one of my questions. I'm like, when was it? But okay, keep going. But 19.
Yeah, I said I gotta go. I went to ASU for a year, and I was like, I went to ASU for a year, and I was so not. I got a little sense of freedom. And I was like, I want to go play. I want to go explore. I want to go see things. I want to go meet people. You know, and being super sheltered growing up, I was just like, okay, I gotta go see and meet and, you know, do all the things. So, I moved to Winnetka when I was 19 years old. I was a Valley girl. Yeah, it's close to Northridge in the Valley.
Oh,
in the Valley. Yeah.
I was thinking of a whole other
Yes. Where's that?
It all happened by chance. It was the most random thing. Like, I was working. And
did you hear what I said?
What'd you say?
We said Winnetka. I was like, that sounds like where they kiss cousins.
Oh my god. She's like, what is that?
It's your forehead. Sorry. My ADHD kicked in.
Oh my gosh.
Keep going. Yeah.
So yeah, I one of my coworkers at the time, I was like, you know, we were sitting next to each other. I was working at an office at the time, and I was like, I want to move to LA. And he's like, that's so crazy because my cousin is renting out a room at her house. Oh, wow. And I said, give me her number. I was like, that's enough of a sign.
I wish I had the balls.
I don't have the balls.
And it's, my parents didn't believe it until I actually started packing up the car. And my mom came with me, helped me move in. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they provided so much love and support when it came down to it. They were tough, but they loved the hell out of us, you know, and they still do. They still support me so much. But yeah, my mom came with me and then flew back, and I settled in. And one of the I've always been active. I grew up dancing, cheerleading. Movement came very natural to me, also because music, right? I just loved music, loved movement. The first thing I did was join LA Fitness in Northridge, and I had no friends. That was my social hour. I was working at Wet Seal at Northridge Mall.
Oh my God, I remember Wet Seal.
Oh, yes.
I couldn't find a job for the longest. I didn't have a job when I moved. I just,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Bitch,
like,
I literally had like $2,500 saved up.
Oh my God.
I mean, back then it was like so much money. Now, last 2 days probably.
Literally, I could finish that in a night.
Yeah, correct. Damn. So,
wow.
Yeah. So I couldn't find a job, and I was working retail in Mesa, Arizona. That's where I grew up, and so I was like, dang, I'm going to have to go to Wet Seal, because that's where I was working in Mesa. And so it was like my last resort. But I walked in, and I was like, I worked at Wet Seal in Mesa. They're like, oh, you're hired. Like, when can you start? I said, all right. Yeah. So I was there for a couple months, and then my first waitressing job was Macaroni Grill.
Oh my God.
I remember Macaroni Grill.
Oh, their lemon passion cake? Like,
I've never had that.
I don't remember that. I got chicken tenders and fries, and I was little, so that's all I remember.
So good. So yeah, I mean, it was a wild time. It was a lot of self-discovery. It was a lot of alone time. It was a lot of crying. It was a lot of like, I miss my family. I miss.
How did you do that? Like, honestly, because I'm 30, and like my anxiety just hearing you say that, I'm like, I don't know if I could do that today.
Yeah, like, I'm like, I wouldn't have the balls.
I think I just always been very independent, and I think the fact that my parents were very strict with me really pushed me to start making my own money right away. So as soon as I turned 16, I went to apply at Applebee's in Mesa and got my first job, and my dad came with me.
Oh,
he took me. He like sat in the waiting area while the manager interviewed me like the bathroom.
I love that.
That's so cute. You come back, he's at the bar, like serving a beer.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm giving you the whole. I mean,
yeah, no, we love it. Yeah.
But I feel like that knowing you now, it explains a lot as to like why you are the way you are, and you just like throw yourself into things.
Yeah.
Whereas we are more.
Like even the fact that you said like that, like fitness. I mean, LA Fitness and like just going to the gym. That was your socializing hour. Like I'm like I get there, or if I would go to the gym, I just put my head down. And like
do not talk to me.
Yeah. That became my social hour. People started asking me, "What is that exercise? What are you doing? What is that? Like, teach me." And I love talking to people. I love connecting with people. Obviously, like I needed to start building a community because I was going a little crazy. I was like, whoo. And so I was like, maybe I should get into personal training. So I looked up a certification, got certified, started working at Equinox in Woodland Hills. So that was my first job, and I loved it. I loved it. And it wasn't until I moved back to Arizona. I got married, and I met my ex-husband here. Yeah. And then I moved to Arizona, and obviously didn't work out. But it was kind of a wild time because while that was ending, I was starting indoor cycling. And so I had just started teaching, and then the divorce was happening, and I was playing a lot of sad songs in class. One of the songs that I had on repeat was I was telling Betty was Sola by Becky G.
I love that song.
It had me on the chocolate.
I've been Sola my whole life.
On repeat.
Chocolate manita. You missed.
Here we go. Do we need another shot, or?
I mean,
she said, I think another shot. I need another shot. Yeah, I need another shot. No, so where are, your shot. Okay, we'll do it. Okay, yeah. So, I started teaching, and it was when I didn't tell anybody. I was going through all the emotions, obviously, of that separation and like the embarrassment and
how old were you during this time now?
I was 27, 28. Okay. Around that time.
Oh, so it's like your age, essentially.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I got married at 25 and then divorced by 28, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it was... I was really excited to teach indoor cycling. Not at first. When I got offered to teach, I said, why would I want to teach inside on a bike in a dark room? That
goes nowhere.
That goes nowhere.
And that offer came in Arizona. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the gym that I was working for, they were opening a indoor cycling studio within the gym. I was really doing like group fitness. Small group training, functional training, circuit training. I wasn't really tapping into like rhythm-based workouts, and so I didn't get it. I was like, I don't know. I'll go to a class and see what's up. Oh my God, life changed. One class, and I said, I get it.
The cult.
I get it.
She sold her soul.
I get it. So, oh my gosh, I was practicing every day, all day, and I loved it so much, and it was part of my healing process. You know,
Do you know what's crazy? When you just said that right now, you said that you were going through your divorce, and then this opportunity happened, and I feel like that happens for the most part, to everyone. Like, we've all been somewhere where something gets taken away from us, and all this other stuff is happening. Like, I just lost my brother, and a bunch of things are just, like, coming my way. I'm sure same thing with you, when you were going through what you were going through.
Literally right after that, like, once I was, like, starting to heal and everything, just all these things that started opening up. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like the universe shifting things for what's meant for you.
Yes.
And it's wild how that works. And it's hard to trust the process. Oh, it's freaking hard.
It's scary. Especially when you have like control issues.
And I know.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Yeah. Stubborn. I'm a Taurus, baby. I am stubborn. Like, you can't tell me to do something. You
like,
can't.
No.
Yeah, like, don't.
You thought.
Yep. So, but yeah, I started teaching, and then I was like so tired of holding this secret, right? So one day I just decided to open up in class, and my class was like majority women. And that moment right there, it struck like, oh, because people received it so well, like, oh, I've gone through that, or like, you know, they were so supportive, and like it started creating the most incredible community where we're all humans, we're all going through things. So that I was like, this is way more than just bikes that go nowhere. You know, so
Me getting teary. I know. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. So the minute that I started really being honest with what I was going through, they started being honest with what they were going through, and then it was just a family. And I said, damn, okay, all right, I love this. So I wanted to continue pursuing this career because I fell in love with it. I knew I belonged on that bike, and I auditioned for Soulcycle in 2019. I drove to Vegas, and it was like the last. So back then they used to have auditions every couple of, like, when they announced the auditions, they would come to different markets, like big cities, and host auditions. And it was the last audition on their audition tour in 2019. And I said, I got to go do it. I got to go do it. So I went, and I'll share you my.
You'll share me?
I'll share you. I'll share with you my audition songs, because this is where, like, now Dalia indoor cycling 2.0 like came into play.
Yeah.
One of my first songs was Te Bote.
Love it.
And then another like tribal like EDM song, but I was very much in a place where I felt very limited where I was in Arizona. People were trying to tell me how to coach, how to teach, what music to play. And I felt like, don't.
Don't tell me what to do.
Correct. Don't tell me what to do. No, I learned a lot. So that's where I got my start, and I will always cherish that first community that I built. But I knew that there was another purpose and a bigger purpose that I needed to serve, and that was serving my Latin community.
Period.
And
period.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, if I'm going to audition for Soulcycle, I'm going to audition with my fullest, authentic self, and it will be a perreo party.
I love it. Period. Pour the shots.
Pour the shots.
Now we got to pour the shots.
Woo. Okay.
Get ready.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up.
I can't reach.
Woo. Here. There we go. Bam.
Period. I heard it.
No, mama's way. Dalia.
Give us some.
Mely has less than me.
Here.
I know, but you took a baby shot in the beginning.
But I took one at home, and Mely was not there.
She said, so. Okay. Ready?
I don't want to. Hold on, I gotta open this. I'm scared.
One hand. Proud.
Salud.
Cheers.
Perreo party.
Perreo party, baby. Woo! Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. Okay, so before we get into and dive into your journey with Soulcycle,
Yeah.
we kind of want to like do some like, now that we got some shots in us, some just like random questions.
What you got for me?
Let's see. Okay. So, let's see. We have like a handful here. Oh, wait. Okay, let's do this one. If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Ooh.
Like, we could just teleport.
I've always wanted to go to San Miguel de Allende in Mexico.
Oh.
Yeah. Always wanted to go there.
That's a good one.
That's like the first thing that came to mind.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Love that. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
My dad's carne asada tacos.
Period.
Ooh.
And my mom's green chili enchiladas. Yep.
Okay, what's the weirdest food you've ever tried?
I'm an eater, so I will try everything once. I will try everything once. No, I love to eat. I love food. I haven't tried anything like crazy, like, no.
She's like, ass?
Yeah. No.
I was waiting for you to say that.
No, like alligator or anything like that, like nothing random. I haven't had an opportunity to do any of that. No, the only thing I don't like is raisins.
I like raisins.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I like raisins. What's your favorite curse word?
Fuck.
Perfect. Do you have any hidden talents or unusual skills?
Oh man. Hidden talents.
She said, maybe I can't talk about this.
The lights turn on.
Alexa.
Turn on the red light.
That's the after hours show.
Oh, excuse me.
Period.
No. Nothing.
She said, no,
I mean,
no.
I said, buenos dias.
No, nothing, no.
Talents.
Okay, boring.
No.
Let's see. If you could have dinner with any 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be?
Oh, Selena.
And then 2 more.
Who else?
I can think of one.
Yeah, I can. Raul Alejandro.
Okay.
And Benito.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was Nico.
I know.
was like, what?
I would be too nervous. I wouldn't know how to act, honestly.
I was
Yeah.
That's crazy.
She's like, if I had a 4th guest, she would be 4th.
Yeah.
But Benito, Raul, and Selena.
Oh,
Yeah.
imagine.
That would be crazy.
That collab.
Yes, literally like
We need that in the theme. Thank you so much.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
Thank you, honey.
If you guys didn't know, this is Young Miko's girlfriend.
Correct.
Like the rest of us.
Get in line.
She said it's me.
It's me.
What's the most unusual or interesting job you've ever had?
Ooh, let's see. I was a go-go dancer.
Oh my gosh! Shut up!
Yeah, girl. When I first moved to LA,
Yeah,
I was like, I'll do anything for $1.
We didn't see videos, pictures.
It
makes sense.
You know what? My roommate at the time was a go-go dancer, and so she would bring me on some of her gigs. And she's like, "Do you want to do it?" And I said, "Okay." I mean, I wasn't taking my clothes off.
No,
or
yeah.
anything like that.
Was it a club?
It was a club, like Avalon, and
Oh my God.
it was just like random gigs.
Yeah.
And so,
Oh my God.
That's actually like
That is very on brand. It makes so much sense. Was the pay good?
it was good for the time. Now
time.
it's now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can see her like
Oh yeah.
1,000%.
hair flips and shit. She's fucking going
All
like
the
this.
hair flips, correct. Yeah.
She's
and
punching people.
I was getting super creative with the outfits because they wear like little cute gold booty shorts and whatever. But I had fun dressing up. It was fun.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I know.
Love that.
Secrets.
Okay, last
from
one.
the dungeon.
What's your favorite thing about yourself?
Oh, my favorite thing about myself. I'm a passionate girl. I'm a lover. I love my people hard, and I show up to be me, and whether that's been super important for me with teaching my classes. Like, you're going to get me the same on the bike, off the bike. Yeah. So I think that I do lead with my heart, which gets me in trouble sometimes, but that's okay. I would rather it be that way than to hold back on opportunities to meet and connect with beautiful people. So that's,
we can attest to that.
Yeah, 1,000%.
True. I don't think. Do you remember your first class with Dalia?
Yeah, I don't remember how long it was, but obviously it was after. I remember you were like, "Oh, the brunch," because you went to the brunch. I was
so scared.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You forced me.
Yep, correct.
To go to brunch, and I literally texted Mely, and I was like,
she's like, "Oh my god."
I was like, Sophia and Daniela are not here. I'm the only. I don't know anybody. And Dalia does this thing where she'll look at you like, like I literally was trying to sneak out, and she's like, "You're coming to brunch, right?" And I'm like, and she's like, yeah. She's like, "God, and we'll go with you." And I was like, "Oh." I was like, I'll go for one. Yeah. And after that was it. Yeah, and I texted her. I was like, "Bitch."
Yeah, it was like a little bit right after that. And I remember I like died in her class, but I was like, "Oh my god, this is so," like, I loved it. Like, it was so good. And literally the sweetest person. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know." Because I was like, "Because, bitch, like, you're beautiful." And I was like, "Oh my god, like, I don't know. I'm scared. Like, what if she's like rude or whatever?" But literally the nicest person ever. Like, and by that time, I'm like, I think we were like, you already knew that we were cousins or something. Mm-hmm. But no, I was like, "Oh my god, I love her." I was like, she's literally like all the vibes, and just like you said, like when you're in her class, like it's like everything you say, your energy, like everything, that's exactly how you are. So I was right away, I was like, "Oh my god, I like her."
We were like, her music,
everything.
We're like, fuck.
Like, I was like, this is what I've been like wanting. I was like, this is what I want, especially like in Manhattan Beach and everything. I was just like, and it being Soulcycle, let's be honest. Mm-hmm. But I was like, this is what I want. This is what I've been looking for. Like, it was so cool. The best experience ever. Like, right away. Yeah.
Yay.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
We were like, she plays reggaeton.
Yeah.
We need to go.
Yeah, 1,000%. Because before that, I had only taken like 2 other instructors, but it wasn't.
Literally, it was, I would only take, well, I took a few others, but it was all like hip hop, pop.
Yeah, I loved it. So if you guys haven't been to Dalia's class,
get your ass to class.
Exactly.
Yes.
Get your nalgas to class.
That part. So yeah, let's jump into your Soulcycle journey experience.
Yeah.
So you auditioned in Vegas. What is that like?
So you walk in and, well, you have to go through a whole process. So you apply, and then they call you in to audition in person. You teach 2 songs to everybody who's auditioning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yep. So I believe at that time there were like 20 to 30 people in class. Everybody took a turn, auditioned, and that crew was so beautiful. We supported each other. We, got hype for each other. So it was so easy to go in there and teach, and I gave it my all, and it was really, really, really special. But in some markets like New York and LA, like you'd have 200 people auditioning. Wow. Like it was wild back then. Yeah. So then from there you get invited to a FaceTime interview, and then from there you get invited to training, which was 2 months in New York City.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You love the New York life?
Girl, no. The worst time. So depending on when you did your training, right? They had various trainings throughout the year. I did it in January, February.
Oh, it was cold.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I said, I never want to come back to this place. I'm from Arizona.
That is, she ain't built for that.
I'm from Arizona.
Like,
so
what is this?
She said,
like, what are mittens? What are gloves? I said, no.
I need my nalguitas out.
Yes, this is the rough life. So we would be taking like 3 to 4 classes a day after lectures and drilling, and then taking classes to, from all the instructors already established in New York. Learning how to navigate the city, which is insane. I would Uber everywhere because the subway, and then when it's freezing outside, -12 degrees.
Yeah, no.
I said,
I bet.
Damn. So it was crazy. But I went back to Arizona for a week after. So at that time, they didn't tell you where you were going. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's very.
Could you it's a different process
now. Yeah. You gave them and when you did the FaceTime interview, you let them know like, hey, I would love to be, and I was like Southwest, like don't put me in the snow. Don't put me in the snow.
Yeah.
I was like, dude,
I would freeze.
I said, I said, woo! So I was like Southwest area, like, and they had opened up. So at the end of training, I found out I was going to Vegas. And I was excited, but also like a little nervous. I said, what is it going to be like living in Vegas? Yeah. And I got, and I was like, one, it's going to be super fun because it's hot.
Yeah, so hot. That's my first thing. I'm like,
But I'm from Arizona. I love it.
Yeah.
I am built for the heat.
Yeah.
I'm like, all I can think about is hot and that guy that bit the guy's ear.
Oh, gosh.
Do you know about that?
No.
Crazy people in Nevada.
Oh, well, yeah. Yes. Yeah. So then I had a week to pack out. I have a house in Arizona, and I had to pack it all up. I moved in with another instructor to give myself some time to know, like, where I wanted to move and, like, you know, get a place. So I packed up my stuff, went to Vegas, and it was the most amazing year. And it was almost like meant to be, because that was the year they first started introducing Latin artists to the Vegas pool scene, the Vegas club scene. Yeah. I saw everybody.
Yeah, that's
that
literally
year.
When everything started.
Yeah.
Like,
J Balvin, Bad Bunny.
When our culture started becoming popular.
Correct. When everybody got on.
Yeah.
We've been telling you.
When everyone started adding the Mexican flag to their bio.
Yeah.
When everyone started finally claiming that they speak Spanish.
Correct. Like, we've been here, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Latin music has been great, and it's about that time you get on it. So I got to see. So Drake also had his residency at the Wynn. I used to call him my coworker. I was like, yeah, I work at Drake. I work at the Wynn too.
It was a flex, not so much anymore.
Yeah, that part.
Damn it. But yeah, so I worked at. I mean, the Wynn was beautiful, and it really felt like a dream when I was there. I met people from all over the world.
Oh, I bet.
It was such a destination studio. It was so much fun. There was always something to do. And then, you know.
Wait, were there any like crazy like writers?
Yeah,
Was there anything crazy you saw?
You know, nothing.
Because it's Vegas.
I'm like, how many crazy nights did you have?
You know what's funny is I actually used to get tipped. Yeah.
Oh, what?
They're like, I hit Vegas.
Like, yeah, not all that. Like, probably like a handful of times. Not too much, but a handful of times, people would come up to me after class and give me like a $20 bill. I'm like, thank you. I'm like,
bring it, bring it.
Gracias.
Yeah. She has a little hat.
Oh my gosh, but that studio was so beautiful. And like the light show, it was the most beautiful studio. It's no longer at the Wynn. It closed down last year. But it didn't recover after COVID. And so during 2020, after in October, I got offered to come to LA to teach, and we were still, Soulcycle had 25 locations out in LA. It was a lot. They closed a lot of studios. No, it wasn't 25, but it was a lot of studios. They closed a lot. They were doing outdoor activations, and so I started in Manhattan Beach in 2020 in October.
Period.
Oh my God.
And I started with a Latin Thursday or a Latin. I don't remember what day it is, but my first class I said I'm going to make it a Latin night. Latin night. I think I just called it Latin night. But yeah, and then. You know, that's where, I mean, Latin Nights was born in Vegas because I did start it over there. And it was so much fun. And I just had a vision of creating a space for Latinos to come together in the fitness world, because there just wasn't such a thing. Not that I saw, you know, where I was growing up. And it was super important for me to bring awareness of health and wellness to my culture. You know, we didn't grow up in our background. We didn't grow up working out. Like, my parents didn't go to workout classes. Like,
so all this day, estás pagando todo.
Yeah.
Listen, you know what I think of with that video where the girl's like, my dad has a cold tooth, and the girl's like, my dad has diabetes. That's literally our Latino culture right there.
Yes, it's crazy, right? Because we had to work so damn hard. And that's it. Like, we were working.
It was a luxury.
Yes,
to
it
work
was a
out.
luxury. It was not something that we.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we didn't have time for that.
No.
Yeah.
And plus, like, a lot of our parents had very laborious jobs, and that's the only one. Like, no, that was anything.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, I was like, no, we gotta, because I know how good I felt, you know, when I moved my body. And I was like, I need to bring this into our culture somehow and play our music and bring Latinos together to empower each other and celebrate each other. So that was just always a dream of mine from day one. And so I think it was difficult because obviously in LA, there's no instructor really doing that. Yeah. So I would have like reggaeton rides or Latin rides, and there would be like 3 people in class in the beginning when I first moved here. And
wait, okay, time out. So when there's 3 people in class, how do you...
The energy.
Yeah, like how do you keep that energy? Like I would be like... Oh, like
especially now, like knowing how many people attend your class and how it is. Like,
how did you keep that motivation and like dedication to be like, okay?
Well, when we were still wearing masks when I moved to LA, we were still wearing masks, so it was very much keep to yourself. Bikes were 6 feet apart or whatever, you know. So it wasn't what I had in Vegas, and I knew that moving here, and I knew that coming here, I had to rebuild. I had to create a brand new community because I had no idea what I was walking into. Yeah. I was like, Latinos, where you at?
Anyone here? Hablo español?
Yeah. Literally, I was like,
is this thing on?
Yes. Oh my gosh. And it was such all things happen for a reason. Like I didn't know Manhattan Beach was surrounded by such Latin communities, right? Like I knew about LA. Obviously, I lived here, but I lived in the Valley. I lived in Pasadena, you know, back then. I didn't really explore outside of that. And so I'm still learning about the communities out here. And then I was like, wow, there's so many Latinos out here. I got to figure out a way to get them to class.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I stayed consistent. I said, if I'm going to do this, I have to stick with my path. You know, I'm like, I don't know if it's going to work out, but I would rather fail doing it with passion and authenticity than fail faking it.
Damn, that's a bar.
Yeah, literally.
Put that shit on a sweatshirt, on a t-shirt.
Merch coming soon.
Yeah. Stay tuned. No, that's so true. Yeah. Like literally, just it sounds like so cliche, but just like being yourself.
Yeah.
Eventually, it'll pay off because people can sense authenticity, 1,000%. And people can sense when it's fake.
Yeah.
Even when you were talking about it earlier, how you know, after your divorce and you brought that to class.
Yep.
I remember there was one class where you were just speaking your heart out, and I was like literally in the class, I had to put my head down because I was just crying, and I was like, oh my, because you're so authentic. I'm like, this is literally coming from like a place of like, you know, good judgment, your heart and everything. I was like literally there like sobbing, and it was just because of what you were like, you know, saying, talking about, and it just shows like you're up there, you're going through your own shit, but you're there with your people, you're creating that space for people to come in, have that class, and just feel comfortable and welcome. Yeah. And I remember I was like, no one's gonna, I put my towel, I was like, no one look at me, but I was like, I remember the class ended and it was time to stretch, and I was like, oh my god, like I was like, I literally just cried. Yeah. But it comes from that, like, because you were just so authentic, and I was like, I felt that, and you feel it.
Yeah. So I mean, you're humans, you know, we're not robots on bikes. Yeah. And I feel things some days, and you guys feel things some days, and we go through it together. You know, we
girl, have we gone through shit together in the year that we've known you?
I know.
It's the amount of times I've cried in that room. I've cried with you. I've cried myself. Like,
no, it's real. It's healing. It's celebratory. It's so many things, and it's so like that's why I love it so much. It's because like from the minute I started sharing that I'm a human girl with emotions, that's when I was like, yeah, this is my path. I gotta stick to it, and perreo helps.
100%. It is a form of therapy. Like I always call when I go to your class or just Soulcycle like therapy.
Yeah,
because that's what it is. And before I started like working out and everything, people were like, oh, the endorphins, like it's like the happy drug, blah blah blah. I was like, these people are like smoking some shit, because I'm like, how can you feel so good after that? And then when I started like at the gym, and then I came back to Soulcycle, it's like every time I leave that room, I feel just like I can breathe. When I was going through shit at work, it was like, I was looking forward to it. Going through, like, when our Theo passed, when my brother passed, like...
Everything.
Yeah.
Literally so much healing, because we just let everything out.
Yeah.
Yep. And just knowing that we don't have to do it alone. Right? And that's why community is so important, you know, and as Latinos especially, I feel like we're like, no emotions, figure it out yourself. Like, you know, and that's kind of just how we were raised. Like, we didn't talk about deep, you know, feelings, anxiety, sadness. It was just like, get up, get out, go work, survive, figure it out. You know? Yeah, exactly.
Suck it up.
Suck it up, buttercup.
You want to hear difficult?
Yeah. Or somehow, if I ever complained to my mom, it was always my fault somehow.
Yeah. Always. Dude, okay. But anytime we want to vent, they always flip it like, well, me. First of all, I'm talking about
I'm not talking about you.
Normita.
Yeah.
Hermanita. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. So, you know, it's kind of changing that narrative a little bit, you know, so that it's, no, we're not alone. Like, let's come together and let's cry together. Let's laugh together.
Yeah.
Because life's hard. That's it. Life's hard. We don't have to do it alone. And if we can shake ass on a bike to make ourselves feel better, stronger, then that's what we got to do.
No, literally, because we literally be shaking ass on the bike and getting stronger.
Yes, exactly. Ooh, day one, y'all. Well, you were on sidebar. You kind of like hid in sidebar. It was like second row, and then I was like, "Buddy, come on, buddy, come on."
Now she's front row.
When you learned my name, I was like, "Fuck." There's no hiding. And then when you found out that was my cousin, she's like, "Fuck."
And Melissa's somewhere in second row somewhere.
I'm so
yelling at me saying, "Bitch." Looking at me, shaking her head. Bitch.
She literally texted me and she was like, "Nelly called me a bitch in the first song." I was literally like, always.
That's it. Like, I've always wanted to create a space where you should feel comfortable to say whatever the fuck you want, you know, and just express yourself and let it out. We don't give ourselves enough time to do that.
Yeah.
You know, with dark room, loud music, scream, sing, cry, you know, that's it.
Just all the vibes. When everyone's just singing and dancing,
it literally makes my heart so happy because, again, going back to what you were saying about, like, community, growing up, and we talked a little bit about this in our last episode, like, we would always see these, like, workout videos or, like, 5-minute abs or whatever. It was always white people.
Yeah.
And growing up, a lot of, like, in the media, what was beautiful were these white girls, and they don't have curves. They're built different.
Yeah.
And then being in this room now, where it's like our music, people that look like us, all different shapes and sizes, and where Latinos are the majority in this class.
Yes.
Yeah. That makes my heart so happy. Yeah. Like, when there are people, like when you did your banda, right? And everyone's like, "Why are you wearing cowboy hats?" And Paulina's like, "Oh, it's for the theme, banda." And they're like, so confused. I was like, I love it.
You're like,
we are here.
Yeah, we are here. And taking up the space. That's it.
That part, taking up space.
And I want people to feel comfortable taking up space because, you know, I grew up, all my friends were white growing up, and growing up in that situation where you're at home speaking Spanish, and then it's like very conflicting. You're like, you go through a little bit of an identity crisis. You're like, I have no idea who I am. You know, and it's a beautiful thing, but it's a hard road sometimes, discovering and like exploring your Latinidad, right? And because I'm from Mexico, but I'm from here as well.
Yeah.
And I want to, you know, celebrate that always, and I want to give people space to celebrate that always, to be their best selves.
I feel like everyone in that room, at least from the time that I've been there, like, they walk in one way and they walk out another, especially if you're, like, consistent with it. I feel like I've completely changed from when I started Soulcycle to, like, now. 100%. And, like, I feel like I can't function if I'm not taking a class. Like,
you 100%, yeah.
It's, like, yeah, but I see that in a lot of people, like, and even like all the friends that we've made because of class, because it's like, oh, we're all looking to have this like healthy lifestyle. We're all Latinos, and we get to hang out doing something productive and healthy for ourselves, and we just happen to like each other and get along. Sometimes David is like a little. David's like, bitch. He's gonna be like, this bitch, our intern.
We're all a big happy familia, you know, and it's that's what I want people to feel when they walk in, like, en casa, you know, and here, and my favorite thing is watching you guys like hang out like by yourselves without me, you know. I'm like, oh, my children are hanging out together. I'm just like, oh, I love it. That's a big passion of mine, is just connecting people and bringing people together that are like-minded, that can share stories, that can empower each other, you know, push each other, because it's a lonely world. And for me, I'm like, y'all are my family. I don't have family in LA, you know. I don't have family in California. So for me, it's, you know, I was either gonna make this work or make it work. Like, there was just no option. No option.
Yeah.
So and I'm very passionate about my work. So yeah.
If you wouldn't be doing like Soulcycle and just like any of this, what is it that you would be doing? Do you know? Like, well, do you have an idea of what that would be?
If I wasn't doing fitness, man, I don't know. I don't know, because I'm somebody that there's definitely things that are coming that I want to try.
Can we talk about it?
I'm like, what's next for Dalia?
An exclusive?
But I'm somebody that I lead with my heart, like I said, so I have to be passionate about it to be in 100%.
Yeah.
You know, I can't half-ass things. Not at this point in my life. I just turned 36 this year, baby.
It's crazy. We had the best celebration.
We did. Oh my God, don't even. I can't even talk about it because then I'll get
That was our one goal, and we made it happen.
Beautiful. So beautiful.
Oh my gosh, these crazies surprised me with a mariachi in class, and
beautiful.
I was literally a dream of mine.
I know.
I was like, one day I'm gonna.
I heard.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna book my mariachi, you know, one day for my birthday, and then these girls made it happen, which is wild.
I was like,
never had.
So
mental note.
That was my first serenata. That was
period from your perreo party. Yeah, from your perreo party.
Forever. Yeah. Okay, that's enough because then I'll cry.
Okay. So back to this exclusive.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What's coming?
Lots of things. I don't want to give up too much just yet, but there's going to be many avenues of coming together.
She's like, that's it.
That's all you got. No, you know, it's been so beautiful to see the growth of our community in class, and I'm just excited to expand that. In a lifestyle, so not just indoor cycling, but going out dancing, outdoor activities, exploring the world. Like, you know, there's
Puerto Rico, we're coming for you. Ren, Rose, get ready. The whole bed. We're coming.
Perreo party's coming. Yeah. So there's. I'm a big dreamer, you know, and it's super important for me to have the right people in my life that support what my passion and my purpose is, and I feel like I really have that here, so I'm going for it.
Period.
I'm going for it. Yeah.
Literally, I was like thinking of our question that we always ask at the end, and like she pretty much answered it there. But literally, so I mean, we always kind of tend to ask this, but it's like our podcast is obviously called El Efecto Podcast, and then because we're the aftermath of our experiences, and you are someone who is, you know, you're the el efecto of your experiences. Wait, Patty, how does the question go again? I'm like, hold on.
I was like,
do you need another shot?
I was like, almost there. She almost got it.
Getting there, but I'm like, hold on.
Tag me in, coach.
Go. Your turn.
So what?
What I'm trying to say,
just piggybacking off, is yes, we are El Efecto podcast. El Efecto translates to impact. So what does that mean to you? Whether it's what's the impact that you want to leave on this world, with your community? Yeah, what are the words you want to leave with our listeners?
So I want to just continue on this path of bringing Latinos together, and empowering them to...
That's literally what happened to Josh.
Josh, hit me up.
Tupac said, "Cállate, güey." What the hell?
Tupac, relax.
I mean, hey,
be nice to Mely over there.
Cut that shit out.
Cut that out.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That's so funny. I was like, what fell?
Okay, sorry. Back to you. Back to you.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
One more time. Back to you.
Tupac, relax.
Tupac,
take it easy.
Tupac is Tupac. Crazy. Tupac.
Anyways, no,
This really fell on you.
It said,
there you go. Okay, sorry, go.
We ADHD.
Whew, my armpits are sweaty.
Clip that. Oh shit.
Does my hair look okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
I want to continue to just create a space for Latinos to come together, and just be fucking loud about their Latinidad, because I know we haven't always had that space to do it. It's a beautiful thing, and it doesn't matter, like, Latinos in our class, some of them speak Spanish, some of them don't, some of them were born, elsewhere, some of them were born here, third generation, fourth, it doesn't matter. Like, celebrate where you come from, who you are. It's a gift, to just, that's something that you hold for yourself, you celebrate for yourself, and you get to decide, how you own that. Nobody else can tell you. I want people to feel empowered to move. I want to teach them how to move. I want to teach them how to celebrate their bodies. I want to teach them how to love themselves and move from a place of love instead of a place of hate, right? Because as a society that we're just like, oh, I want to change this, I want to change this, I want to change this, I want to look
cries in
this,
Spanish.
blah, blah.
I'm like, damn bitch, why are you yelling? Lower your voice.
I'm passionate, baby.
Lower your
I told
voice.
I told you.
Lower your fucking voice. Why are you yelling at us? We're just girls. We're just
it breaks my heart when people just think so little of themselves, but I see
starts crying again.
I see the most amazing shine that's waiting to come out. And I see that transformation in my classes a lot. They walk in very scared in the back of class. Don't call me out. Don't make eye contact. And then all of a sudden they're sitting in the front row talking to everybody, welcoming everybody. Yeah. And that's beautiful. And that's something that, I help facilitate, but it's y'all we're doing the work. It's them showing up, right? Mm-hmm. Showing up, doing the work. And, and I want people to feel so much freedom in just exploring their bodies and all the potential. I want people to love the journey, because it's not always easy, but we got to keep going, and we show up for each other when it's hard. And we celebrate each other when we win, right? And It's not always a straight line to the top. It's bumpy as hell. And, you know, I demand a lot of energy from my classes, you know, because I give that energy, and I want the room to feel empowered to express themselves always, you know, and yeah, I mean, I want people to really take an opportunity to explore what they're really made of, you know, and that's sometimes being uncomfortable. A lot of the time, actually.
Yeah. We talk about this all the time. Yeah. In moments where you're uncomfortable, that's when you're growing. And you've said that in class so many times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have to, because then you don't appreciate the journey. You don't appreciate how far you've come as much when you're like, easy breezy road, like, okay, no, like, learn to enjoy the journey. Who are you taking with you? Be very choosy of who you have around you. Okay? Because that can dictate a lot. And you gotta, you know, you're packing a van. Who are you taking on this wild journey?
Fuck. Bitch, I'm packing a quad. The fuck?
No.
A tricycle. Mely's on the fucking saw tricycle.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like, if you were to go on an unknown journey, an unknown road, who would you pack a van with? And, you know, you gotta, it's, you know, you have to think about that. This is life. We don't know where it's going. We make a plan, you know, and then it's like, oh, shit, okay, well, time to start over.
Yep, yeah. Literally.
Or, you know, but we start over a little smarter. Right? We start over a little more prepared.
I think that's a good, like, perspective. Because there's so many times where, even in my current situation, me feeling like, oh my God, like, I have to start over, or, like, I have to come up with a new idea. But I forget all the progress I've made, all the knowledge I've acquired in the last 30 years of life that I've lived. I think that perspective is just, like, a good friendly reminder to, like, check ourselves.
Yeah, and I always start, like, even those trends of, like, what would little you say now? Like, you would never think that you would be at the point, or you've done the things that you've done till this point.
Yep.
And it's like, we were so big about timelines, and by this age and this, like, now that shit's,
it's
just out the window.
It's so irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's so irrelevant.
Yeah.
The pressure that we put on ourselves is so irrelevant.
And just within our community.
Yeah.
Because everything's always, what's next? What's next? That's not enough. More.
Like, we don't have enough, like, they don't give us time to celebrate. What are you celebrating? Yeah. Like, you need to hurry up. Yeah. You need to go on to the next thing.
Yeah. No, life, it already goes fast enough. Yeah. You know, especially
Tell us
now.
about it.
Especially
goes
now.
by so
I don't understand
fast.
how it's July. I don't.
Yes, like, literally, we're almost getting to August.
Don't remind me.
I'm
gonna cry.
And that's why you just have to live with a little more intention every day. You know, you just have to. Life just moves.
It moves and it's short.
Yeah,
it's short.
It's so fucking short.
It's short. But yeah, I just you know, I love perreo.
Period.
Mic drop.
Literally. Well, we need to wrap up soon. Okay. But where can the people find you? Where can they take your classes? This is your time to plug yourself.
All the above.
Okay, I'm at Soulcycle Manhattan Beach.
Woo!
That's where I met these crazies. Soulcycle Pasadena and Soulcycle West Hollywood. So I literally move around all over the city. But also my Instagram's _Dalia Barrios, TikTok _Dalia Barrios. You'll get a little more like behind the scenes there, day in the life type of situations. And then, but yeah, come find me, come take class. Don't be afraid. We have a really, really beautiful crew that will make you feel welcome always. I never want, that's been really important for me. You know, in my journey, I've stopped teaching at certain studios because I get no energy, or people aren't the nicest, and it doesn't feel like a community. And no, that's not something that I can do.
No fighting at Soulcycle.
No, I tell it whenever they start bickering, I say that. No fighting at Soulcycle. Perreo only. Yes. No, it's a beautiful space, and you know we've created a beautiful family, and I feel we're only just getting started. Mm-hmm. You know, like it's. Ooh, I'm excited. I get
so Mondays. You guys better be on there because
no, literally,
not you're done.
You're done. It's like the Hunger Games. I don't think you guys understand. If you guys aren't like familiar with the Soulcycle like booking process, download the app. Go to the link in my Instagram bio. Please book that way. But it's literally like. Mondays at noon, we're all like who the fuck took my bike?
All fighting for bikes all the time.
Join the waitlist too. I'm like, I don't know if I could take it. I'll join the waitlist. I'm like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah. Don't people listen? Something about LA? A lot of flaky people in this town. No. Like things happen. You know, you oversleep, or you work too late, or you get stuck in traffic. There's always bikes. So get on the wait list. You'll get in. Show up. If you don't get off the wait list, there'll be a bike.
Yes. And if you take a class because of this podcast, let her know, let us know.
Yeah. I'd love to know that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, let us know. Alrighty, Dalia, thank you so much for being on our podcast. We love you.
I love you girls so much, and I love this.
Stop.
She said, "Get
Don't look at me."
One of my favorite things to do is just empower the Latinas in my community too. And we did a collab for the Santi,
which I cried talking. I was like, oh my god, I was literally there.
I was like, when you were talking, I was like holding my breath. I was like, oh my god, I'm so proud of her.
Which
guys, and I thank you. I like always appreciate that so much.
The amount of times I see like the Manhattan Beach ladies, and I'll take pictures of randoms like Mely. Like, I'm like, look at DeSanti spotting.
I've literally showed up and I've like taken like videos of people like getting there. I was like, oh, sorry, I'm not stalking you, but I am. I met some Manhattan Beach moms. Like, when are you doing this next thing? Like, it's crazy. But that I remember that day just made me so emotional. Just overall, the whole thing, like, it's like, and it was that bringing, you know, the community to Soulcycle. Like, never would you think, like, one, that I'll see Flocorico there, and like it just all of that. Like, it was just such a beautiful day.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for you to bring a tamborazo or a banda.
That'll happen.
Parking lot. Take over the parking lot.
Bitch.
Ooh, we need to have a whole ass festival.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Instead of the car show.
Oh, it's like
a Semana Santa.
For Latinx Heritage Month.
Yes. Lots of fun plans in store, and I'm excited to just continue growing this familia and just empowering Latinos, Latinas all over the world to be their best selves. That's what it's about.
Yay, we love that.
Yeah. I love
Thank you.
Love you. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Oh, I'm our first guest of season 2. Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay, guys. Well, with that, thank you guys for tuning in, watching this episode. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and like always, follow our Insta. Check out our TikTok.
Yeah.
And that link tree.
And take Dalia's class.
Yes.
And if you see us in class, you will probably see me in class.
Yeah, you'll see Patty for sure.
Or if you don't see her, you'll hear her.
You'll hear everyone.
You don't
That's correct.
Yes.
Correct.
If I'm not
singing, something is wrong.
It's like, are you okay?
It's true. Whenever Patty's not in class too, people are like, "Where's Patty?"
No, because it's quiet.
It's so quiet.
It's
like,
quiet.
What's going on?
Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week.
Episode. Bye.